Hey, happy Tuesday. I just had to delete that last one. I seen y'all in the chat and I didn't realize that there was no sound on it. I think I forgot to add myself to the panel in order to be heard. When we doing these stream yards, whether we live or record pre-recording videos to premiere, you got to put yourself on the to the stage. And I wasn't on the stage. Now I'm on the stage. I'm just going to do it real quick. Try to do it faster than I did the other one. You guys seen the two shorts I made. So basically, I'm on the start in May when we first got here. We got here in May 2025 and stayed with my nephew. My nephew had a young lady that he used to date or whatever, and they got two kids. They're not together, but they co-parent, and they usually get along very well. And she has quite a few kids of her own, I believe 9. So his two make 11, and they only live like pretty much right next door to me now. Uh, so of course, by her having kids, and they like some of them close to my grandkids' age, they're gonna play with. When I let them go outside, whatever. They wasn't just able to go out willy nilly and just run in and out like we did when we were kids. We can go play, we can go there, we can go to the store, we can be in the neighbor's house, and we could do that. I don't let my grandkids do that. They can't go out without me. I've just been that way because that's the way the world is set up now. So it's been quite a few times that the grandkids has played with them. And now she has this one particular daughter that's 12 going on 13, just like my 12-year granddaughter going on 13. She'll be 13 September 17th. So while they're outside, I'll sometimes sit out front and talk to their mom. But lately, well, not lately because I don't mess with them right now. So, because I'm telling y'all to go back to May. But when we first started hanging out, I'll sit outside with the mom. And then when she went out there, I'll just sit outside in front of my door or under the tree. And they'll be over there and running around playing and stuff like that. Cool. Then fast forward to like the beginning of July. My grandson came and told me that the girls had an incident with that 12-year-old daughter down there. She told her girlfriend because she is allegedly liking girls. I got to say allegedly because I don't really know for a fact, but at the same time, and at the same time, they are kids. So she liked this girl. I guess they girlfriends. They go together, whatever, and they all on Snapchat. She added my granddaughter, Malia, and I think all my oldest one too. They might have uh, some type of group session where they talk or whatever. They communicate before they get outside to be with each other. So allegedly, 12-year-old girl told her girlfriend that my 12-year-old granddaughter won. So her girlfriend was mad and wanted to fight her. But my older granddaughter, which is going to be 16, she had checked her and said, no, 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 whatever, blah, 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 who out the bank, however she put it. And this was in July. So one of my grandsons told me that I talked to them and they explained to me how everything went down. So I called the mom the very next day because I had to marinate it all. And I told her, and she brought her daughter down here to confront her about what she did, put them in a group chat, told her girlfriend that she wanted her and starting shit. And she apologized. She wrote notes to everybody individually. She brought them Kool-Aid. Now I'm wishing that they never drank it because she probably spit in it. And she brought me some fake roses. Now y'all remember the other day I made a video showing y'all how I was one of my nephews house to watch. As we was walking, her and her little brother and sister, which is my nephew's kids, everybody was outside. So I spoke. And my other granddaughter, the one with the puffs, the little chunky one, she said, well, when you did that, she told them not to speak. I could see where she moved her mouth and shaking her head, no. And when she said you look back, she stopped shaking her head. I said, why are you just not telling me this? But anyway, that's not even important at this point. So now, here we come yesterday. I sent them out to empty the bag. It's just a little bag. And I said, well, where y'all going to take that? I'm not even knowing that my 12-year-old, that's the one that was attacked. That's the one that do the drawings, y'all. So y'all can have a person to identify. I'm giving y'all a visual. She's the one that do the sketching. I didn't even know she went. I thought it was the one with the puffs and the older one. I thought they was walking. And someone told me, no, just go and watch them walk. Go off to the door. You ain't got to go with them. Just watch them. But I said, no, you just tweaking. And so I just laid down. And I was like, wait a minute now. It's been like a minute. They should be walking in the door now because they usually go and come right back real fast. I'd be like, Dad, that was quick. That's what I used to say. And I said, well, I'm just going to count to 10 because you know you're paranoid, you be tweaking. I count to 10. And then I started counting to 10 again. I said, no, let me get up. As soon as I stood up, I hit crying. I didn't know if it was coming from the back by the lake outside, if it was the neighbor or what. Then I realized it was coming from the hallway. And I was like, that's one of my granddaughters. So when I'm seeing her cry, I'm thinking she crying for my older granddaughter because I don't see her. I'm thinking she out there laid out, fighting, somebody snatched her or whatever, because my mind is all over the place. I'm not even thinking about what it could really be. I just know it ain't good. Well, come to find out, the one that's crying, trying to tell me she's the one that was attacked, the one who does the sketches, Malia. She was attacked, and she trying to tell me, and she just discombobulated, crying, and snot with the tears. And my thing was, what? Get your shoes on. We're going back to fight. I wouldn't even think about how scared she was, or who this person was, or all the details. I was just mad, like, you finna go fight. I was all over the place. And then I realized she was really scared. So I went outside without my shoes. I had the kids had to come back in and get my shoes, I had to get my phone. They had ran away. So the girl came from behind. And attacked her. Uh, but this is what happened before then. They had the garbage can, right? So I don't know if Leah started walking back while Kyla is still at the garbage can. And she's seen that girl. They know when they see it. And I felt like when you see her, your head should have went on swivel and you should have been on point. I told them before they left to not leave each other, walk side by side. But they didn't do that. So the little girl, the 12-year-old, my nephew's baby mama's 12-year-old daughter, came up to my 12-year-old and said, whatever her name is, I believe it's start with an N. Let's say we're gonna call her Nadine. Nadine wanna fight you. And to me, that's instigate. Instead of you telling her that, you should have been telling your friend when you knew she was coming over here to try. Hope she see them or decide, oh, there she gone. I want to fight her. You should have stopped her. That's your girlfriend, allegedly. That's your friend, whoever. And y'all allegedly squashed it. You brought notes over. You bought me some fake plastic ass flowers. You bought them some Kool-Aid you made just for them. And y'all have chopped it up once or twice while I'm outside. Because I told them, I'm not going to go down there. Y'all not going down there. If they come down here, especially the little ones, they sweet. They ain't got nothing really to do with it. But I'm not going to be like, letting y'all just go out and talk to them. If we out and they come down, cool. I'm not going to be mean to them. Those little sweet kids. I like them little girls. So if that girl come down and talk to y'all, because she act like she want to prove that she's sorry and she apologized for making my granddaughter feel bullied and feeling bad, like she didn't want to be here on the earth and all this old type of shit. Kids can just feel that way. It's anxiety. It's already going through what she's been through. And nobody know what everybody went through, but allegedly the 12-year-old that's kicking all this shit out, she has some issues. And it's clear that y'all can pretty much tell. Matter of fact, I'm telling you, she got a girlfriend. And we all know most kids at that age, when they feel that way, it's due to something traumatic that happened to them. They didn't been through trauma. It's not because they was born and had a great life and now that they 18 and 25, they decide to go this route. They've been here. And a lot of kids that do that, and I ain't got to say no more because y'all in the comments that's listening, y'all in the chat that's listening, you already know what I'm trying to say without me really having to say it. Okay, so now we here, we outside. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. My grandson finally come out the room. He's upset. He's trying to find out what they are. My granddaughter, she did end up hitting the girl. She had on the ground and was tearing her ass up, and she got up and ran with her friend. Her friend came behind my older granddaughter while she was fighting her because she'd already beat up my 12-year-old. My 12-year-old ran in the house while she's still out there trying to fight her. And her friend got behind her trying to grab her. So they end up getting up and running off. So now I'm like, that's that girl, blah, blah, blah. Let me call. We went down, knocked on the door. Nobody was there. I called the mama. They was at the park. They walked back. Police there by now. I'm explaining to them what happened a month ago. And then when they talked to her, this girl straight up lied. She told me and the police and her mama that wasn't the same girl from the situation that stemmed a month ago. This is a totally different girl that my granddaughter been talking to on Super Chat, chopping it up, being friends, being nice to each other. But one day they found out who each other really was. Like the girl that my granddaughter allegedly was chopping up with was the friend of the girl that kicked it off a month ago. All the while, that's a lie. This is the same exact girl. The girl that attacked her is the same girl from a month ago. And it wasn't on Super Chat. She wasn't talking up. She ain't had nothing to say to nobody on no Super Chat. Oh, that girl. Since that day happened, since that situation in early July, we're talking about maybe June 29th, 30th, July 1st, something like that. So she wanted to paint the narrative line. So the mama said she's trying to kick it off. She going off on her daughter saying it's your fault. You one who introduced them to this, and you put them in this. They don't know nobody. You know what I'm saying? You started this shit. You apologize. Now you back doing the same type of stuff again. So she get off work. She said she's gonna go and make her daughter tell her where this girl live at, so she can go to that girl house and tell her mama what she did. This girl don't even live over here. The police like, well, they saying this and your granddaughter saying that. We don't know who to believe. I said, this had been a white girl though, it wouldn't be nothing to say. You've been knocking people up. Because I know for a fact, my nephew has seen and experienced it, because I moved. I wasn't living here for a long time. He been here though. He know how. And he said that if I don't care if the kid is 6, they will be trying to lock them up, take them down to the station when they have altercations with black kids versus white kids. They pick and choose. And if the mama get mad and say this, that, and the third, they be ready to lock her and the daddy up too. So yeah, and I told him that, and he got kind of upset. I said, I ain't trying to say that the girl needs to be like locked up, but you need to be taken down and whatever. But I do get the fact when you saying you don't know who's telling the truth, because you don't know me, you don't know her. But she came over here. She don't live here. That's the facts. We can go on the facts. The facts is she came over here. That's like my granddaughter did talk on the phone and say, well, come on over, I'll fight you. Yeah, come to my house. I'll come outside and fight you. Let's say she did say that. You're going to be dumb enough to come to somebody's house and start shit and kick with them and come from the back? But I told both my granddaughters, when y'all seen her, y'all alarm should went out. You supposed to have your head on the swivel, and they had already had your fight stance, but you know what kicked off before. And then when she walked up there and told you, and then she told the older sister, because the older sister was by the garbage can. Why y'all not together? I don't understand. I told y'all for y'all left up out here to walk side by motherfucking side and don't leave each other. That's all the time. On a good day, I wasn't expecting nothing. This is just how we roll. Because I don't let y'all just out here willing that I don't want nobody to know our schedule. They won't be able to say, well, her kids are always outside. They always at the garbage. They always outside by themselves. They be out here 8 o'clock at night. They be out here 12 o'clock in the afternoon. She ain't never would. They'll never be able to say that. They don't never know when we coming, when we going, what time I'm gonna let you out. Am I gonna be there? I go in, I'm using the bathroom, and I'm right back out. And when I go back in the house to use the bathroom and I leave them for them 35, 45 seconds, they right in front of the door. They ain't just outside. But I'm not gonna do that no more. And now that I see what this is going to be like, and because I don't know how it's gonna go if she go to the girl house and tell her mama what kind of mama she got. Do she got a mama? My granddaughter's like, Mom, you should have seen her. She ugly as heck. She got big lips. She mad because she ugly. And 9 times out of 10, she got an ugly spirit. Who knows what she going through at home? So I'm most definitely not going to put them in school. Malachi and Kylie going to Youthville. But the last 3, I'm not going to put them in that same school where they go. They're going to kick the shit off again. If the girl faked and phony it the first time, she going to fake and phony it again. She's dangerous. She has issues. I don't know exactly what they are. I know what I heard, and I'm not going to repeat it. That's why I just said a little bit about when somebody is 12 talking about they like women and they are a little woman themselves and starting stuff and I'm always known for drama and trauma. She has been through some trauma, and I feel bad for her for that. But at the same time, you're dangerous. Your little friend dangerous. And it's either y'all or us. And who you think I'm going to pick? Yeah, it's us. I'm not going to sit here and be feeling so much compassion for these children that's out here reckless. So I told the police, I get it. I know you don't know who he is, but look at the cameras out here if you really want to see what happened. And when you go over there and talk to them, like you said you're about to do, ask them to show you what they're telling you. They trying to tell you that my granddaughter been talking to this girl for weeks ever since the last incident, and they befriended. How would they befriend each other on Snapchat? How would they just automatically befriend each other when it's the same person? She's straight up lying. That's how evil and sick some of these kids are. They are diabolical. These demons are getting into and fro into anybody, especially the kids, because they the next generation, allegedly. So y'all keep your head on the swivel and ask y'all kids. It ain't even about waiting, because these kids don't tell you everything. Like she could have told me she looked at you crazy, Grandma. That would have been a sign that let me know what I was thinking about her being fake all the time, that it was true. Because I was thinking, I just didn't want to put it in the universe, and I just didn't want to be thinking all negative all the time. But I have a reason to be the way I am. While some people try to act like, oh, you so paranoid, you so negative, you always this. I'm not goddamn gonna continue to be that way, because it's gonna save a lot of lives. It's gonna save a lot of heartache. I'd rather be safe than sorry, because I was mad at my older granddaughter, because I felt like if that girl should have never got more than 2 or 3 licks off of my granddaughter. She might, I could see if you was by the garbage can and she walked a little bit ahead of you, but not to the point where you couldn't get to her by the time that girl got the third swing in. She should never, ever been able to kick her in her face, stomp her in her stomach. None of that should have happened because y'all don't listen. And I told you what to do and how to do it. And she gonna tell me I had the box. Just say you scared. I respect that more than you sit here trying to justify why you weren't right next to her and got a hold to that girl before she did all that damage to your sister. She could have had been to the hospital. You know, that's anxiety. That's an attack on her. She don't want to go outside. She don't want to go to school. You know, she's very already in a state of mind that she might need some little therapy and some reassurance of that she's safe. They all got some type of fear of like, when I go out, carry her back home, they scared I ain't gonna come back. That's to be understood. That's not necessarily mean that they need deep counseling, but a little therapy here and there ain't gonna hurt. I just don't trust the system though. So that's why I refuse to do it. I'll look up things and ways to do it on my own. And I would gladly take some of you guys' advice who do have some type of experience in the field of psychology or therapy and stuff like that. If y'all want to give me some pointers, but don't sit up here and try to make me feel like I'm going too hard or I need to let the kids, they need to be around up there. No, they don't. This is not the fucking 60s, 70s, and 80s. And even then, you had to be very careful then, okay? Ever since the 90s, shit been real bad, okay? Real bad. We just all happen to still be here, maybe through the grace of God. But these kids these days in the 2025, 2020, 2024, shit. That's a whole new breed, y'all. This ain't that. This ain't that. They do not need to be around kids. They need to be around good, positive people, whether they kids, you know what I'm saying, they relatives, adults, whoever. That's what our kids need. These are things I've been talking about while I be advocating so heavy for people being careful and not going 50-50 with people in the door and trusting people, whether you a female that just need a good girlfriend or you like women or you like men and you a man or you a man and like women. And y'all got to be careful out here because the ulterior motive and the way these people are, you got to find out who they are first. You got to find out, is that man really a man or did he used to be a woman? Does that woman serve Satan? Or does she, have a good heart and care about humanity, have compassion and a hard worker? Is she a shit starter? Does she take care of her kids? Is our house clean? Does she try to do the best she can? Is she loving in spite of her flaws? Because we all got them. So I just want to share this story with y'all, especially since I made a couple of shorts letting you know that something happened. And I feel like I can talk to y'all. Now, anybody that may see this video and you knew, don't get in my comments saying no dumb fuck shit. I'm doing it the way I know I should be doing. And sometimes thank God allow things to happen just so you don't make the other move. Maybe they ain't supposed to go to school. Maybe something worse happen then. Maybe it ain't time yet. Maybe I need to keep homeschooling them until they get Malachi kind of age and let them go to youth build. Now, I'm going to tell you, youth build don't work out. They coming up out of that too. I'd rather have healthy, safe grandkids that can live long and be able to learn. And they're going to be okay because the Creator ain't going to, and they don't need to have no college education in order to be right. You go through all what you go through and then you pass away or you're not mentally stable or you still can't take care of yourself, not making enough money. We don't know the earth going to bring, what's going to happen tomorrow, next year, in 10 years. We got to live for today, but prepare for tomorrow. That's my opinion about it. I thank y'all for watching this. Stay tuned for my last part of Ready Rocks Rebuild. The last part is part 15. I will be doing it before the 31st. So I think the 31st is this Thursday, I believe, which is the same day we'll have the people on the panel. So nobody has emailed me to let me know if they want to be on the panel this Thursday. So if we don't get anybody for the panel, I won't do that live, but that video will be done. Thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and share this video, please. Feel free to ask questions. I'll talk to y'all later.
Watch me rebuild my life one brick at a time. I'm on this journey, paving a new road from the grind. The Ready Rocks rebuild, it's time to shine. I'm molding the past into tomorrow's gold. Crafting dreams, watch the story unfold. With every story, a phoenix ignites. The Ready Rocks rebuild, reclaiming my life. my stride and fire in my heart. I'm rising again, yeah, I'm ready for real. As I raise my grandkids and pass the flame, I teach them strength, not just my name. Building the future on the sturdy ground, with love in the walls and faith all around. No shortcuts, no shame, just real life wins. This is where my legacy truly begins. Oh, I'm molding the past into tomorrow's goal, crafting dreams, watch the story unfold. With every story, a phoenix ignites, the ready rocks rebuild, reclaiming my life. Through trials and truth, I'm standing tall. Brick by brick, I'm rebuilding it all. With grace in my stride and fire in my heart, I'm rising again, yeah, I'm ready for real. It's more than a comeback, it's a rebirth. Proof that broken pieces can still hold worth. I don't need perfect, I need peace, and I found it in every video that I release. Molding the past into tomorrow's goal, crafting dreams, watch the story unfold. With every story, a phoenix ignites, the ready rocks rebuild, reclaiming my life. I'm stronger